Hi, this is Mark Lubbers, WestBred Technical Product Manager for the Central Plains.
And I'm Andrew Blubaugh, Regional Commercial Manager for WestBred for the Central Plains.
And in this video, Andrew and I'll be highlighting the WestBred variety WB4401. We'll talk about the area of adaptation, where and how to place this variety on your farm based on key agronomic characteristics, and then we'll talk about some management considerations if you do choose to plant this variety on your farm. However, before we do that, let's talk about the WestBred numbering system and how that applies to WB4401.
Yeah, so back in 2015, WestBred went to a numerical naming system. So at the beginning of each variety, you'll see a WB, which stands for WestBred, and then the first number is going to be class of wheat. So in this case, that 4 is hard red winter wheat. Second number is going to be a maturity. So in this case, that 4 on a scale of 1 to 9, 1 being early, 9 being late, that 4 is going to be a medium maturity. And then in 2019, we've switched that third number to be year release. So in this case, 2020, and then that last number randomly assigned. Mark, as we think about WB4401, where would we place that in our region? Some key attributes and places to place that on their farm.
So when I think about WB4401 in terms of adaptation, really I think of US Highway 83, so Garden City, Scott City, Colby, McCook, Nebraska, and east. The things that I really like about this variety, it's got excellent seedling vigor, it's very high tillering, puts on a nice big head, very high yield potential, can go on both either dryland or irrigated acres. Now if you do choose to put it on under irrigation, I would recommend a plant growth regulator because it can get a little bit tall. But other than that, it's just an agronomically sound and versatile variety. Can go after corn because it does have some fusarium head blight tolerance. Now again, I would recommend like a Prosaro treatment at flowering, because with a combination of varietal resistance and chemical control, you'll get excellent head scab control by combining those two pest management strategies. The other thing, really the key thing for me, is the quality, the in-use quality of this variety. So it's very good at assimilating protein, it's got very good test weight, the milling and baking quality on this is superior. It's absolutely excellent. So, you know, when you combine all those characteristics together, you know, if you choose to market your own grain and have a direct source for marketing that, this really could pay you dividends because of that premium in-use quality. So Andrew, talk about the disease package on this variety.
Yeah, overall, complete package on WB4401, you know, intermediate tolerance or better on most of our diseases, leaf rust, stripe rust, tan spot, really good on powdery mildew, soil-borne mosaic for those eastern acres. We've got some Hessian fly tolerance in here as well. Really, like I say, that complete package that makes it that broad adaptation. And speaking of that, Mark, I mean, is there some places that maybe we could replace a few varieties on those acres, some that we already have out there maybe getting a little older, as this variety has that high tillering potential and that good end-use quality?
Yeah, so when we advanced this variety last year, I was really targeting those acres of, if you've planted and you've liked grain field, this would be an excellent replacement for WB grain field. If you've planted and liked WB4458, this would be an excellent replacement for WB4458. And then lastly, WB4303. So there's some very good characteristics, in-use quality, high yield with 4303. And 4401 meets or exceeds those characteristics over 4303. So really it would be a great variety for replacing any of those three varieties.
Yeah, that's going to make it a great variety for our region. It's going to fit on a lot of different acres. Is there any watch outs for this variety, Mark?
Yeah, so like I mentioned earlier in the video, if you do put this under irrigation, it can get a little bit tall, so I would recommend a plant growth regulator, but it would perform very well under irrigation. The other watch out would be, it does break dormancy a little bit early, so would be something, because of the great seedling vigor that it has, you could position towards the latter part of your planting window just to kind of help protect it a little bit from some late spring freeze. Now this year, 2020, we had several freeze events throughout central Kansas, and 4401 survived just fine. So, but just something to keep in mind, it does break dormancy a little early. Now keep in mind it is a certified seed only variety, so there is a single seed use agreement with WB4401. And if you'd like more information about this variety or any other WestBred variety, please visit your certified WestBred seed associate or dealer, or visit us on the web at www.westbred.com.